Hey everybody, it's me, Greg O'Mac, and I am currently in Auburn, New York, and I'm currently in Fort Hill Cemetery, the burial site of Harriett Tubman, and some others that I will be showing everybody on this video. And these graves are very challenging to find, but the ones that I do find, I will post them here on the video, and also the list of others that I didn't get to that are also buried here in this cemetery. I apologize, it's a very windy autumn day, cloudy, almost looks like a day of Halloween. But I'm gonna just kind of give you a visual. As you can see right behind me what we got, and then I'll flip the camera around and show you what we got on the other sides that are not behind me. So again, this is a Fort Hill Cemetery in Auburn, New York, and this cemetery was actually recommended to me. I heard about it, but I didn't exactly know where this was. I just want to dedicate this video to my best friend Timothy Long, who actually lives here in New York, and he's the one that recommended me about this cemetery. So again, we're going to do a lot of clips of videos, pictures, so give you an idea what this cemetery looks like. And it's supposed to rain sometime this afternoon, so if it starts to rain, we'll have to cut the videos and the camera shooting short. Hopefully we don't do that, but got some time here, and let's adventure the cemetery. This is kind of what it looks like just right around me. And like I said, I will give more information and post it on the bottom of the video here, some more information regarding this cemetery. I'm glad the weather is holding out, because this is just a great opportunity to see this. If you have never been here like myself, I've never been here before. And again, thanks to my best friend Timothy to recommend this place. So let's start the adventure now. Okay, I have found Harriett Tubman Davis's grave. This was a little bit challenging. And as you can see, this is what her tombstone looks like. And she is in front of this humongous pine tree. So if you're in the cemetery trying to find this, look for this big pine tree. And then down right in front of her is her brother, who is named William Henry Stewart Sr. And again, that's her brother. And this is what her grave looks like. And so I just kind of give you a little idea where she is. We're just going to come right here, because this is a little bit challenging to find. Is you look for the sign West Lawn C17, and then directly to the left is this big pine tree, and you could just still see it. That's where her gravestone is. This is a continuation of the stone of Harriett Tubman Davis. I just walked around on the other side and just wanted to make sure I get this side of it. It's just a little bit of writing about her. So again, this is Harriett Tubman Davis. I'm standing right in front of number 18, which is the evening side, right about here to the and to the right of the steps, probably about where Stevens is where a lot of the former employees of the seminary are buried. And it's a little bit hard to find because they don't go by like individual names, so we really don't know who the employees are, but this is the general area where they are buried. Okay, here's the headstone for David M. Osborne. He's the founder of D.M. Osborne and Company, which was later to become part of an international harvester. And then Eliza Wright Osborne was a philanthropist and leader in women's movement. Okay, here's the headstone of Thomas Mott Osborne, who was the warden of Auburn and Sing Sing prisons, and his wife, Agnes Osborne. Okay, I am on top of the hill of the cemetery, and this is called the Logan Monument. And as you can see, it's pretty high up there. And this is a monument that is basically dedicated to the Indian orator chief Logan, but he is not buried here. It's just a monument that they're dedicating to him, but again, he is not buried here. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this brief video on the Fort Hill Cemetery in Auburn, New York. Um, it's a great opportunity if you're ever in the area, especially Harriett Tubman's grave. That's the icon of the cemetery. And it's a great place to go. And as you can see, it was a nice fall, chilly, rainy kind of day there. Now I'm back inside a nice warm area. Um, they do have a website that you can check out and just take a look at my notes here. It's at www.forthillcemetery.com. And when you go into that website, they got great information, notable people, where I'm going to just talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes, just kind of give a brief little list of some of the notable people that you will be able to see the graves. It's a gigantic list, so I'm not going to go through the entire list, but just a few. Just gonna give you an idea who's all buried out there. But there is this long list of notable people. There's a map on there. There's some history and some more information regarding the burial of each of these notable people. And speaking of history, the cemetery was incorporated on May 15th, 1851. And the original cemetery consisted of 22 acres and was dedicated on July 7th, 1852. Today, the cemetery has 83 acres of land, and back in 2021, Fort Hill Cemetery celebrated their 170 years of service. So you can see that this cemetery has been around for a very long time. Some of the notable people, like I said, there's this gigantic list. I'm just giving you an idea who's all buried there besides Harriet Tubman. We have Frank A. Barty, who was a Auburn artist. The Honorable John Beardsley, who was the Associate Judge of Cayuga County. Charles G. Briggs, Mayor of Auburn, 1864. Dr. Lancery Briggs, who was also Mayor of Auburn in 1857 to 1859. General John S. Clark, Civil War General. George L. Koff was an artist. Jerome B. Holland, who was an ambassador to Sweden. Thomas Y. Howe, who was the original owner of Fort Hill property, which is the cemetery. And like I said, the list goes on and on. There's inventors, state senators, businessmen, mayors, lawyers, industrial, and Civil War people that are also buried there. So again, check out that website that gives you a lot of information. Again, I hope you enjoyed this brief video and just give you a little highlights in some of the photos I just threw in there to give you a little overview of what the cemetery looks like. Um, One of the questions you probably will ask is, or somebody may ask is, can you drive through there? Yes, actually, I didn't know that until I actually got there. You can drive through the cemetery. There's got little roads through there, especially for those that have trouble walking. Um, there are some roads through there. There is right by the building or the castle that I have a picture up at the beginning of the intro of this video. There's a parking lot in the back there. You can park there and walk, or you can actually take the drive and do it in sections. You know, drive to a section, walk, drive to another section, walk. You can do that. I didn't know that myself. I actually once you get to the cemetery, you'll see it was kind of in a like an old kind of neighborhood, and I just kind of parked along the side of the road and walked right into the cemetery. The cemetery is free. There is no charge. Um, there is right at the beginning of the gate. There's a little area where you can pick up a map, and I definitely recommend getting a map because once you get in there, you kind of get lost. So that's one of the things I wanted to bring up. So you can drive through there. The cemetery is all different, laid out in different ways. It's flat land. Then there's some areas that, they're up on a hill. So if you want to climb a little bit or do some walking, it's a little bit of a challenge, especially for those that do have a hard time walking to get some of these. Like I said, it's very challenging trying to find some of these people. So, um, I didn't have the best of luck trying to find them by doing the map, but it looks like a lot of them are somewhere near the roadways. So hopefully, all of you guys can find it better than I can. But I was also at a time where it was windy, it was about ready to rain, so I didn't really want to go too far out there. But it is a very nice cemetery. I would recommend it if you are, just in the area of Auburn, New York, touring or just sightseeing. It's a great place to see this place. And it is a small, like I said, this is 83 acres, so you can walk. It will take a while to walk the whole thing. I did walk pretty much all of it, just the roadways. I didn't go through all the different sections and walk through. You can do that without any problem, but it will take a while. Hopefully, it's a better day than what it was when I was there. But it does make it a little creepy, I guess, when you have a nice little autumn, fall, uh, cool and windy days. So, um, but it is very beautiful. You can't miss it. When you come up to it, you'll see this. Like I said, you'll see the picture of what I have at the intro. That's exactly what you're gonna see right at the beginning. It looks like a big castle, and that's the entrance. Go through there. Like I said, grab a map and you just walk way through. For those I did not see any restrooms in the area. There could be some there. There could have been some in the castle. I don't know. So make sure you go to the restroom before you go there. Just kind of give out little perks so you know what to expect if it's this is your first time out there. There is no drinking fountain, so make sure if you do this on a hot summer day or um, cold day, there's no liquid drinks or anything out there, so you need to bring that on your own. And just have a great time and just walk around and enjoy the scenery because there's a lot of trees, pine trees, oak trees, you name it, maple trees. They were out there, and of course, your little wild animals. I saw rabbits, I saw birds, squirrels. So it's a nice little place to adventure when you are in the area. So again, this is Fort Hill Cemetery in Auburn, New York. Again, thank you all for taking the time to look at this video. I hope this was helpful. And again, check out the website to get more additional information on the cemetery. Thank you.